My name is Mauricio Cardinal. I'm with Roofing Marketing Pros. I'm here with John Garrett from Excel Home Solar. And I want to talk about John, his unique approach to really closing solar deals from actually the roofing leads that he's done. He's been a client only a short time frame, only about 2.5 months, and he's gotten amazing results. One of the guys that I really want to learn from because he's the way he does it is he just basically goes all in and really closing the deals. And he's an amazing. You guys are an amazing sales team. So I want to learn more about what you guys did. So John, can you tell me about yourself and your company?
I've been in sales for a while now, but and honestly, that has nothing to do with selling a roof or selling in general. Number one thing we do here at Excel is if you're honest with somebody, good things are going to come back to you. If you're honest with them and you work with them and you deliver everything you say you're going to, everything's good is going to happen. I mean, there's no way that you can expect to go and meet with somebody and fill them full of crap and it not to come out at the end. So that's honestly rule number one is just to be honest with them, be transparent, and share everything. Nothing's a secret. They know what pricing is. They know what all this stuff is. So just sell your worth, if anything. That's literally all we do.
Awesome, awesome. And what were you before you guys started working with us? I know you guys obviously do primarily solar, but
Yep.
tell me about like is this a new like basically branch of the company, like the roofing division? Tell me how that works.
Yeah, so it is. It's newer, and we were worried honestly about the jump of it's very competitive where we're at here in Central Illinois. So there's a lot of roofing companies. So how are we going to differentiate what we're doing? And that's when I came across you guys, and that was honestly the changing factor in everything because I vetted so many different companies beforehand, and it was just it was crap. They were crap. Their leads were crap. It was the same recycled stuff that you were getting from everybody else, and it was just we weren't going to be able to do anything with it. And I got stuff from you guys. I started having results probably, I think it was 2 days in. I sold my first one, and I went there for a roof, upsold it. A $9,000 roof turned into a $60,000 solar roof project combo. Very first one, very first project. Um, it's not the leads. If nobody's selling, it's not the leads. Your guys' leads are amazing. It has everything to do with the quality of the person that's going and selling your guys' leads. Um, it's just a different approach. If they look at something and they think that oh, this isn't going to sell, or this isn't going to work this way or that way. No, like you can't do that, man. You just have to literally take everything as you go about it, as you were just having a conversation with me and you. You're not going to hear me talk any differently outside of our conversation with you or with another customer or with my own family at home.
Okay, awesome. And what was the actual specific results you got in with the program in terms of leads and also sales?
I think right now we're probably pretty close to what 90, I'd say, probably 90 leads. And we've got a pipeline right around probably pretty close to five to $600,000. And that's including we do a lot of actual systems and we do a lot of roofs that we finance. We've had, I think 15, 16 of those have been credit fails. So, if you add up everything we've sold and we didn't have credit fails, we'd have $1 million pipeline right now in less than 3 months.
It's amazing. So you probably sold like my understanding over or at least 250,000, right? That's at least from the numbers.
Yes, well over.
Okay, well over that. Yeah, that's amazing. And I guess you had 15 people that failed credit.
Yeah, which
Wow.
that's COVID for you. That's across the board. Same thing with solar.
So solar's okay. Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
we have the
So
same issue with that. That's everybody right now. I think that lull in the work and people not being able to pay their bills, it's shitty. It sucks and it sucks for them. But that's just when you have to find a workaround. You've got to help them out some other way or figure out a way to work with them still, whether they have to go on a personal payment plan. It's just a little stuff you have to do for customers. It's going to come back and help you out.
yeah, yeah. So let me ask you this: like, what do you do if somebody fails a credit check?
Well, we're going to figure it out from there. We'll let them make payments. And normally what we do is you make a payment, you get to a third of it. We'll purchase materials and we bring them to you, drop them off. That way, here's your materials. Here they are. This is what we're doing with them. Once we get to 2/3, we'll do the work. And then after that, they have that final third to pay after the work is done. But that's the only real way. It takes a little bit longer. But it's just something that we think if the guy needs a roof and nobody else is going to work with them, That's not right. Just because you don't have enough money, you can't get a roof. No, that's not okay with us here at Excel. Not even a little bit.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And who would you recommend us for? What type of, because you work with a lot of different roofing companies. We've
Yeah.
done some solar work before, but who would you specifically recommend us for?
People that are hard workers, people that are gonna actually use the leads properly, or want to use it, or take advice from people that are gonna, if we give you advice on how to use something, or you give somebody advice on how to use this lead and how to go about it, then approach it that way. They called you for a reason, correct? Because they were having issues getting leads, or having issues closing, or whatever the case may be. If you want to grow your business, then give you guys a call. If you don't, and you want to waste a bunch of money, because it's not cheap, but you know that. I mean, good stuff in life usually isn't cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Waste money, yeah, call you guys. If you want to actually grow your business and everything like that, then they should give you a call for sure. I mean, you go to Home Advisor and stuff like that, those are all recycled leads. I'm telling you, we went that route. We've tried it. It was shit.
And can you talk about, I think we mentioned last time, because you guys do a lot of marketing with solar. Last time you told me, you mentioned it cost about $5,000 to acquire a customer. Was that accurate?
If you go into everything, it's pretty close. It's pretty similar to that. It's pretty right around there. Everything that goes into it is just a ton of moving parts, a ton. And just I mean, you gotta think, I mean, engineering, I mean, we have to do everything in house. Like, there's so much that goes into it that, people aren't used to that. So we're used to going above and beyond when it comes to pulling permits and everything, to making sure everything is perfect, because it has to be. There's no like fine line or gray area. It's either right or it's wrong. And if it's wrong, it gets kicked back. And you're not doing a disservice, to the power company. You're doing a disservice to your customer at this point, because they're paying for something that they can't use. So
Awesome.
that's honestly how we became so tentative with that, is, translated into the roofing. And there's always a workaround, man. The people that are just like, okay, well, you don't have the money, or you don't have the time, or they tell you, we just want a quote, and we'll get back to you later. And then guys will just give them a quote and leave their house. No, you can't do that. You're there for a reason. They called you for a reason. So get the most out of it.
Got it. And then basically your objective is really to sell more solar, right? Like you're using this as a way to kind of upsell solar, right? Is that what you're trying to do?
Essentially, it's kind of a 50-50. I mean, they just go hand in hand, really. We see so many jobs where the people need a new roof before we'll put the solar on it, because we will not put solar on a roof that is going to have to get replaced, because once again, they're going to be calling us in a couple of years and be upset with us, because that's not the right thing to do. So we won't do it. We'll wait. We were calling somebody else, or doing this or doing that. And I brought this to Dan and Jim's attention, who are our owners, and was like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, I have experience doing this. I've ran a roofing company before. I have my insurance license. I have my roofing license. Can we integrate this? And they were super supportive. They've done everything they needed to do on their end to make sure that we've been successful on this end right here.
Perfect. So you actually have you ran a roofing company before this?
Yes. Yep. I did. And it was the exact opposite of what I wanted. So when we very first did this, and there were certain things I didn't want. I didn't want our company to be known for. It's I've been a part of a company that was not so great before, and it's not a good feeling when you got to walk around a town and know that what you did for somebody was not in their best interest. And I refuse to be a part of that again. So, and everybody on our team here, Dan, Jim, Joseph, we're all morally on the same page. So it worked out very, very nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No, man. No, I love working with you guys. I really do. I think that if somebody wants to grow and they want to be aggressive, then they need to give you a call. If they have new sales reps or something like that, then they need to still give you a call, get the leads coming in, but they need to make sure they're working the leads right. If they don't know how to use Contractors Link, freaking give you a call, or somebody a call and ask, because if you can keep that straight, it helps out a ton. It helps you see what's going on. Don't get overwhelmed when you first see Contractors Link, because less data you have, it's harder to traverse it. It's harder. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense with everything that's going on. But once you get, 60 days in, 30 days in, you have a pipeline. I mean, it starts to make a lot more sense, and it really breaks everything down. And it goes to show you how much you think you are doing, but you're really not.
Yeah. Then you said working the leads. What exactly does that mean to you?
You got to call people back. You have to literally, when they call you, answer it, or call them back the moment you can, the moment you're free. Always, Dan taught me and Joseph, love the one you're with. So if you're there with somebody, with a customer, they get 100% of your attention this time. You don't answer a phone call from somebody else. That being said, the moment you get in your vehicle before you get out of their driveway, you give them a call back. So you need to call people back, follow up, literally follow up until they tell you, hey, quit calling me or quit texting me, because they got a hold of you first. So you're not soliciting them. You're not being annoying. Maybe they just are hard to get a hold of and they've been looking to get a hold of you. Call them once a day. I mean, there's no way that you're too busy to make 100 calls a day. That's bullshit. You can make 100 calls in a day very easily.
All right, John, I really appreciate your time, man. You guys have been awesome. It's a pleasure working with you guys. And like one of the things I mentioned, like to every guys, our clients are really pay our bills here. They pay for our salaries, they pay for our bonuses. So everything you guys are doing, I really appreciate it. So thank you guys.
Right back at you, man. Absolutely.
Thank you, man.